What is going on, everybody? This is Garrett, Tears to Joy Ministries.org. This video is going to be called The Demon of Homosexuality. Yes, he's real. I know the world in general doesn't know about him. I know that the Christian church, generally speaking, doesn't know about him. And those of us that do know about him don't usually talk about him. Because this evil spirit and this topic of battling bisexuality and homosexuality is taboo in the church. This is like a forbidden topic that nobody wants to talk about. So, I want to do a video, and with God's help, let's expose some light on this evil spirit. Okay, now, first of all, if you are a true child of God, if you are really born again, and if you're truly a chosen one, and you're battling this evil spirit, I want you to understand something. You are not gay. I say it again. You are not gay. You are a child of God. You are a son or a daughter of the King of the universe. You are a holy priest, and you are a royal priest. You are a royal priest. So, you are not gay, but you are battling the demon of bisexuality or homosexuality. You are battling this evil, but you are not this evil. And I wanted to start off the video with this topic right here and right now. Let me say it one last time. You are battling this evil, but you are not this evil. For example, let's say you're battling a porn addiction. You are not porn. You are a child of God. You're battling the addiction of porn. Or let's say you're battling against smoking cigarettes. Well, you're not a cigarette freak. You're a child of God. You are a daughter of the King. You are a royal priest. You are battling an addiction to smoking, but you are not an addiction to smoking. So in the same sense, okay, you're battling against the demons of homosexuality, but you are not gay. And this is important to understand. Do not call yourself gay anymore because you are not gay. So stop labeling yourself. You are not gay. You are battling a twisted sexual demonic attack. You are battling against this evil, but you are not this evil. So, I wanted to make that clear to you. You are a child of God, and you are battling evil. And I pray that this very first topic of the video is going to bless you. I really do. Okay, let's continue. Now, there is no true child of God on earth who wants to be turned gay. There is no chosen one of God that wants to be turned gay, that wants to live in a gay lifestyle, that wants to start acting out his or her fantasies of homosexuality. No. No chosen one wants to do this. No chosen one chooses to do this. Now, there is a popular teaching on the internet that people choose to be gay. Now, that is a very, very bad way of teaching. And there's a popular form of teaching on the internet that people want to be gay, that they seek it out. And what I want to share with you is no true child of God wants to be battling a gay lifestyle. No true child of God is going to choose a gay lifestyle. No, nothing could be farther from the truth. What's happening is when the demons can get permission, they will start to attack a child of God. The demons will start to implant bad thoughts of bisexuality or homosexuality. And these thoughts will attack the man or woman, boy or girl, and they will input the thoughts over and over again, day and night, with bad imaginations, with bad pictures entering your mind of fantasizing about bisexuality or homosexuality. So now the child of God is now under attack by this specific kind of demon or this specific kind of demonic and fleshly attack. Usually with bad thoughts. You'll start getting thoughts out of nowhere about the same gender. Thoughts will start bombarding your mind about doing things with the same gender, about fantasizing about the same gender, sexual thoughts with the same gender. If you're a woman, about women. If you're a man listening to this, about other men. And this demon will talk to you and talk to you and talk to your mind, implanting thoughts, implanting pictures into your imagination, and before you know it, you're thinking about it all day long. Before you know it, you're imagining these things. In your imagination, you're seeing pictures of yourself with another person of the same gender, and this is how these demonic attacks get started. They get started in your mind. In your mind with the bad thoughts and the bad imaginations. But it doesn't stop there. As these bad thoughts and bad imaginations continue, some of you might be able to feel new interests in bisexuality or a brand new interest in the same gender as you, or brand new lustful type interest in the same gender. You might start to feel this way. You're under attack by evil spirits who are trying to twist your sexuality. You see, God created men and women to get married. This is holy and righteous and God ordained. So the demons want to twist that and turn people to date and have sex with and marry the same gender. This is a twisted, demonic, and fleshly attack that we've got to talk about, that we have to expose some light of God on it. So you're getting these bad thoughts. You have no idea where they're coming from. You're getting these bad imaginations out of nowhere. For the first time in your life, you're thinking about things you never thought about before. And for the first time in your life, you're imagining things that you never have imagined before. And you're imagining things that you never thought you would have done. Then you're getting these feelings, these sexual feelings, these lustful feelings. geared towards the same gender, and these are coming out of nowhere. Now, most of you chosen ones, when you're going through this, some of you will be panicking right now. You won't know what's wrong with you. You won't know if God's angry at you. You won't know if you are being punished. You won't know if you're being corrected for sinful behavior, etc., etc. Now, for each one of you, there could be a completely separate reason why this is happening. The really bad news is things don't stop there. No, no, no. You're getting the bad thoughts. You're being bombarded by these bad bisexual and homosexual thoughts day and night. You're getting those bad pictures in your imagination. Now you're getting those evil, lustful feelings that you never had before towards the same gender. The next step is planning. You'll start to plan in your mind how you might act out on some of these thoughts. You might start to plan how it might be possible to hook up with someone of the same gender. You might be thinking about a man or a woman at work, or you might be thinking about one of your friends, or you might start thinking about placing an ad on the internet geared towards people of the same gender as you. So you might start planning out how to actually fulfill this type of evil lust, or how to fulfill this type of evil, twisted sexual attraction. Some of you might point blank start hitting on people of the same sex. Hitting on them means flirting with them. For those of you in other countries, it means saying hello to them. It means asking them out for dinner. So what we're talking about here is the demonic attack has gone from thoughts and imaginations and feelings towards acting out on them in real life. You might find yourself joining a homosexual dating website. You might place ads on the internet in homosexual forums or homosexual groups for dating to try to meet someone else that you can go have a date with. Unfortunately, the attacks don't stop there. Without the protection from God, these attacks can get worse and worse and worse. And unless Jesus stops it, you're going to find yourself aggressively trying to meet people of the same gender that you are. And I don't mean just meet people, I mean you are aggressively trying to meet them to have sex. We got to be honest about this. Someone's got to talk about this. Someone's got to make a video about this. Because this is a worldwide problem in the Christian church. This topic of battling the demons of homosexuality is worldwide in every country. This is every country of the world. So what we have so far is, okay, let's see. You're under attack from bad, twisted sexual thoughts. They just came out of nowhere. One day you woke up and these twisted thoughts are in your mind and you can't get rid of them. Then you're getting these bad pictures in your imagination. You're imagining being with another person of the same gender. Then you're getting these brand new feelings, these feelings of attraction towards people of the same gender, these lustful feelings towards the same gender. and on and on. Then the person will start making plans on how to meet somebody. How can I meet someone of the same gender? And we start imagining plans in our mind. Then, if it gets worse, we start acting out on those plans. That means we're joining up bisexual or homosexual websites. We're joining forums on the internet for people who are battling this to meet each other. We're placing ads on the internet. We're saying hello to men and women at work or anywhere else in our life of the same gender. So now we're acting out on it. So these attacks are getting worse and worse. And all of this is how a person gets turned gay. Or for the chosen one, this is how a chosen one starts to battle the demons of homosexuality. Now, the really bad news is it can get much worse. Without the protection of Jesus, without His grace, you're most likely going to meet some people. If you're a woman, you're most likely going to meet some brand new women who are also battling the demon of homosexuality. If you're a man, of course, you're going to meet men. And when you meet them, it's most likely going to lead to sexual encounters. Now, just a few months earlier, everything was going normal. You never thought about these things. You never imagined about them. It never even would have crossed your mind. In fact, if you're a man, just thinking about other men would have grossed you out. It would have made you sick to your stomach. It would have been disgusting to you. But now, a couple months later, you find the whole thing very attractive. You're very attracted to men. You are lusting for them. You're trying really hard to meet them. You're placing ads and saying hello and texting people and making phone calls, and you're doing everything you can to hook up with other men. And all of this happened in no time at all. Literally, it happened in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It happened in no time at all. And how? How did this happen? Well, I will tell you one thing. You were not born this way. And I will tell you something else. There is no gay gene. No gay gene has ever been found by scientists. It's a myth and it's a fantasy. And I'll tell you something else. There's no chemical imbalance inside of you causing this. No, no, no. All of that right there is the world's way of trying to explain what's happening to you. The world is following Satan. Most of us know that. So, all of that right there is Satan's way of trying to deceive you to think that something's wrong with you. Satan will try to tell you, look, it's not your fault. You were born this way. God doesn't love you. God hates you. Well, that's a lie. Or Satan will try to tell you, you have that gene inside of your DNA that causes you to act this way. Well, that's another lie. That's a deception. Or the demons will tell you, you have chemical imbalances inside of your brain. You're sick. You have medical problems, and this is why you're acting out in a gay lifestyle now, and that's also a lie. The reason why you're being turned to a gay lifestyle is because you're under a demonic and a fleshly attack. I'm talking about the flesh that lives inside of you, that evil carnal nature that lusts to do evil all the time. You are under a demonic attack from these demons of bisexuality and homosexuality, and your flesh is acting up all of a sudden, and it wants to go out there and do this weird kind of twisted sexual stuff. You never wanted to do it before. You never thought about it before, and never even crossed your mind before. But now, all of a sudden, now you want to do it. Now you're thinking about it. Now you're imagining about it. Now you're making plans to do it. Now you feel like doing it, and on and on. And the reason why is, child of God, you are under attack. You are not gay. You are a royal priest. You are a son and a daughter of the King of the universe. You are incredible. You are simply battling an evil, demonic, and fleshly attack. That is all it is. There is nothing wrong with you. Now, someone might say, Garrett, I feel like I was born this way. I mean, I've had these thoughts of boys or girls ever since I was very young. Let me explain something very clearly to all of you. Can a brand new baby be born with a demon of homosexuality? I would say yes. I believe God is leading me to say yes. A brand new baby, I believe, can be born with a demon of homosexuality. Most likely because his parents were doing some very weird and bad stuff. Most likely the baby's parents were involved in things that they never should have been doing. So yes, I would agree you could be born this way, but not because of chemical imbalances, and not because of a gay gene which has never been found, but because I believe, yes, a brand new baby can be born with this demon inside of it. Yes, I do believe that. So to finish off this part of the video, the bad thoughts started attacking you, then the bad imaginations and pictures came and you were freaking out. Then you got those bad feelings inside of you, those feelings of attraction to the same sex, those feelings of lust, those feelings of lusting after the same sex. Then you started planning on how could you possibly meet somebody, and you made plans and you thought about plans, and plans were being input into your mind from the demons. Then you started acting out on the plans. You started placing ads. You started saying hello to people of the same sex. You started joining up homosexual websites or dating sites, etc., etc. Then you started meeting real people. You started meeting real people of the same gender that you are. And then when you two got together on dates, you two had sexual encounters. And all of this happened in such a short time, you can't even believe it. I mean, you're in shock. Just a couple months earlier, everything seemed to be going okay. And now, it seems like your entire life has fallen apart. Welcome to the demon of homosexuality. Now I want to change the topic just slightly. Well, how does this demon of homosexuality affect a person? Well, we know it affects the way that you think, the way that you imagine, The demon will affect the way that you plan things out. It will affect your sexual attractions. It will affect you with lust. But what else does it do? What else can it do? If you ever knew a person before they were attacked by this demon and after, you'll probably notice that many times this demon will change the way that person is walking. Yes, it'll actually change the way you walk quite often. For some men, this demon of homosexuality will make them start walking down the street, swinging out their hips real wide in over-exaggerations as if they're feminine, as if they're female. You'll notice that other people will start walking very blatantly more masculine. So yes, the demon will affect quite often the way a person walks. But he'll also force a person to do strange hand gestures. Like when you watch the people who are battling this evil out on the streets, many times they're doing weird feminine hand gestures. If you haven't hung around people who are battling this, if you haven't hung around the gay community, you might have no idea what I'm talking about. But for those of you who have been around the people battling this evil, you clearly noticed many of them do feminine type hand gestures or other type of over exaggerations with their hands and their arms. Now, quite often, this demon of homosexuality will change a person's voice. Yes, that's correct. It will literally change a person's voice. With some men, this demon will start to give them a feminine voice. The men will start talking to mimic a woman. Now, most of you have seen this in movies. You might have seen it on TV or in videos. But I've seen this in real life hundreds and hundreds of times. The demon will actually change the way a person talks. Now, I'm not saying that the demon does this to everyone. No. But with some people who are battling this evil, their voice will actually be changed. Some men will get a feminine voice mimicking a woman, and some women, their voice will be changed to be masculine, mimicking a man. And this is a common attack that the demon of homosexuality does. It literally changes the person's voice. As these attacks continue to go on throughout time, as the months go by, if it's possible, if Jesus allows it, a person can be changed more and more. The demon will influence the person to change the way they dress. They might start dressing more feminine, or they might start dressing more masculine. You might see men who start dressing feminine, or you might see women who start dressing really masculine like a man. Now that's very common. It might change the way a person does makeup, and on and on and on. This demon is so nasty and so twisted, it's hard to talk about. It'll break your heart. It'll break your heart talking about this. And I want you to understand that chosen ones of Jesus Christ are battling these types of demons all over the world. This is a huge, huge end time attack. So, how does this demon enter a chosen one? How can this demon enter a chosen one? How can this demon get permission to come against chosen ones of God? Well, number one, Jesus has to give the demon permission. This demon cannot do anything to you unless the Lord gives it permission. Now, here are some of the ways that these twisted demons will attack us and enter us. This is just a small example, people. The first thing that comes to my mind is pride. When we chosen ones are exhibiting a lot of pride, I noticed that the demons of bisexuality or homosexuality quite often will attack us. Whether the attack lasts for 1 day or 1 week or 1 year, I noticed that pride is the number one reason why this demon can get permission to attack us. Yes, pride. The second thing that comes to my mind is pornography. It seems like when we chosen ones fall down into watching pornography, quite often these twisted demons of bisexuality and homosexuality start to attack us. They start to talk to us. They start to input pictures into our mind, twisted, sexual, lustful thoughts and pictures. So it seems like watching pornography would be one of the main gateways that they use to enter us. The next thing that comes to my mind is sexual abuse. For you men and women out there listening to this, when you were children or possibly teenagers and you might have been sexually abused by the same gender, maybe a dad, maybe an uncle, maybe a brother, maybe a relative or friend, it seems like this is a huge gateway for the demons of homosexuality to enter that person through sexual abuse. I think with God's help, those are the only 3 that I'm going to talk about in this video. But I want to share with you, there could be 10,000 different reasons why the demons of homosexuality get permission to come against and attack us. There could be 10,000 different reasons. But the top 3 on my mind are pride. Number 2 was, I had a little mental blank, I'm sorry. Number 2 was watching pornography, and number 3 was sexual abuse. I think those are the top 3 reasons among possibly 10,000 why these demons are attacking the chosen ones. Now, out of those top 3, I only want to talk about pride for a couple seconds. You see, children of God, when you start to come under attack from the demons of bisexuality and homosexuality, boy, is that humbling. That will humble you like nothing else possibly can. And God knows this. And that is a really, really good thing. Now, some of you are shocked right now. You're shocked that I said that was a good thing. Oh, listen to this. When your pride is being crushed and you are being humbled, and you are being humbled drastically, that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And yes, God has the power to use this evil for your good. Romans 8:28 guarantees us this. So God has the power, God has the wisdom, and God has the love for you. God has the love for you to use this evil for your good. And one of the way that God turns this evil around for your good is to crush your pride and humble you. When you're under attack from the demons of homosexuality, that is a very, very, very humbling experience. Now, you might be thinking, Garrett, you said this was a worldwide problem, but I feel like I'm the only one being attacked. Well, number one, the demons are telling you that you're the only one on earth who battles this, and that's all lies, and it's all deceptions, and it's all garbage. The demons want to single you out and isolate you, making you think that you're the only one going through these attacks when nothing could be farther from the truth. This is a worldwide attack. This is a worldwide demonic and fleshly problem in the Church of Jesus Christ. So how come we're not hearing about other people who are under attack? How come we're not seeing the videos? How come we're not seeing the books? How come we're not seeing the articles? Well, number one is pride. Yes, pride. Please let me explain. This demonic attack of bisexuality and homosexuality is very embarrassing to go through. You see, it embarrasses our pride. We can't talk about it because it embarrasses us. It embarrasses our pride. It embarrasses our ego. It embarrasses our self-righteousness. It also embarrasses our pride in our sexuality. It's all pride. No one can talk about this because it's embarrassing. And the only reason why it's embarrassing is because of your pride. So because of pride, nobody is talking about this. Now, let's take it a step further. Because nobody is talking about this, and because the demons are telling you that you're the only one going through these attacks, you naturally believe it. You naturally believe these lies, that you're the only one going through these attacks, and the shame and the guilt and the self-condemnation are piling on top of your head. You're feeling ashamed. You're feeling guilty. You're feeling self-condemnation. You're condemning yourself because you got under attack from the demons of homosexuality, and now you're doing things that are so filthy and so disgusting and so evil, no one can talk about it. But I say, let's talk about it. I say, let's contact each other on Facebook. I say, church, stand up, get up, and start making videos. I say, let's spread the word that these evil spirits are real. I say, let's all start writing articles, making videos, writing books, uploading everything up on the internet, and shine the light of Jesus Christ on this evil. And by shining light on this evil, it's going to get weaker and weaker and weaker. I want to encourage you, let your pride go and talk about it. Tell your Christian mom, confide in your Christian dad. Share with a Christian brother that is mature in the Lord. Talk about it. It might help you to feel better. Don't hide these evil things going on. Ask God if there's a person you can possibly trust. Is God leading you to confide in someone about these evil battles that you're going through? Is there someone in your life that you can confide in? I would not confide in brand new Christians. I would not confide in immature Christians. I would not confide in Christians who do condemnation preaching. I would not confide in Christians who have just shown how immature and worldly they are, etc., etc. But has God shown you that there's a person in your life that you can actually confide in? Don't try to hide this evil any longer. Let the pride go. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. Now, some of you might know who Derek Prince was. Of course, Derek Prince is dead now, but he's got videos up on the internet. Now, Derek Prince said, a Christian will not be set free from the battle against homosexuality until they realize, until they admit that it's actually a demon doing this. So let me say that again in simpler words. Child of God, Derek Prince was saying that you're not going to be set free from the demon of homosexuality until you admit it's actually a demon. Now, I've thought about this for many years, and I think Jesus can set us free anytime he wants to, and I think Jesus does. But generally speaking, I would like to agree with Derek Prince. It is important to expose this demon and to say, I know you're a demon. Maybe to say out loud, I know you're just an evil spirit. I know there's nothing wrong with me. I know I don't have any chemical imbalances. And I know that this is simply a demonic attack. Generally speaking, I would like to agree with Derek Prince. We should expose light on this demon so he will get weaker and weaker and weaker. Because this demon has been operating inside some of us in secret. And when he's operating in secret, he seems to be able to operate a little bit better, a little bit more efficiently. But by exposing some light on him, by saying out loud that I know this is a demon, that I know I'm under spiritual attack, that I know there's nothing wrong with me, I believe with God's help, this demon's going to get weaker and weaker and weaker inside of you. And I pray that he will eventually leave. I really do. So generally speaking, I do agree with Derek Prince that for us chosen ones, for us true children of God, we should admit this is a demonic and fleshly attack. We should do that, yes. Okay, now to finish up this video, what can we do when we're under this demonic attack? Well, here at Tears to Joy Ministries, we like to keep things simple. So, this is what I recommend, and it's going to be simple. Praise God for that, right? Humble yourself. Try to humble yourself day and night. And I'm not saying this is easy. And I'm not even saying I can do it. But work on humbling yourself day and night. That is the most powerful thing you can possibly do to get grace from God to overcome this evil. I say it again. Practice humbling yourself day and night as much as you can. And I believe that will touch God's heart and grace will come. Okay, what else can we do? Keep praying. Keep in contact with Jesus even during the terrible times, even during the sinful times, even during the nights and the weekend where you hit absolute rock bottom. Try to stay in contact with Jesus during these terrible attacks. So we're humbling ourselves day and night. We're staying in contact with Jesus. We're not running away from him because we're doing filthy things now. No, no, no. Don't run away. Don't hide. Don't be ashamed. Let your pride go. Humble yourself. Let your pride go. We need help. We need God's grace badly. So we're going to humble ourselves day and night, keep in contact with Jesus. If you have a family member or a friend you can confide in, don't be afraid. Share the battles you're going through. Don't cover it up. Don't try to cover it all up. Now, I know other ministries would give you all kinds of fancy things to practice here. I know that. I've watched their videos, I've read their articles, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'm asking you, humble yourself day and night. Realize only Jesus can overcome this evil with you. Stay in contact with God's Son. Stay in contact with Jesus day and night, just the best you can. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. And have faith that God is going to set you free. Believe that God will set you free. Keep your faith as the days go by. Keep your faith as the months go by. What that means is keep your faith in God that He is gonna set you free, even if months and months are going by with these terrible attacks. And I'm not saying this is easy, but keep your faith even if a couple years go by. We don't know how fast or how long God is going to set you free from this evil. We don't know. Try to keep your faith that God will set you free as time is going by and you're learning to humble yourself every day. Keep your faith. I want you to know that if you're battling this kind of evil, that God loves you very, very, very much. And He will never stop loving you, not ever. And God is never going to leave you. And there is nothing you can ever do to make God leave you. You cannot make God leave you. He loves you far, far, far too much for that. So when we're talking to other people who are battling this kind of evil, let's show them God's love. Let's not judge them. Let's not condemn them to the lake of fire. Let's not preach down their throats. Let's not scare them and tell them that they're going to the lake of fire for eternity. Let's show God's incredible love for them. Let's show compassion to people who are battling this evil After all, it could be you next month. It could be you battling this evil next month. So let's show compassion to people. Let's show some sympathy. Have sympathy for people who are battling this kind of evil. Show that you care. Show that you really care. Show the people that you love them. Don't condemn them. Don't speak down on them. Don't preach hellfire to them. Show them how much you love them. Let God's love come out of you to love them. Show them God's love. Guys, women, I love you. If you're battling this evil, I love you so much. If you're doing things that are so nasty and so filthy, you can't even talk about it, I love you. I'm your brother, and I will always be your brother. God loves you, His Son Jesus loves you, and I love you. Humble yourself. Stay in touch with Jesus every day. And keep your faith that God is going to set you free for sure. Keep your faith.